Okay. We are live. We are live. And we're sharing this. Okay. We are live. We are live. And we're sharing this. Okay. We are live. We are live. Shalom, everybody. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. Just making sure everything was working. Shalom, everybody. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. Share this video. Share this video. So everything was working. Okay. Everybody, shalom. Shalom, shalom. All right. We sent out late invites. But we are going to go in on this topic. Late invite. And we want you to be aware and be informed. Let's see. Okay. Beloved, we are in a period of time in history where we are falling prey. We are falling prey to the spirit of religion. And it is quite disturbing. It is a disgrace of what's happening. Okay, I'm waiting. Just had it. Just had it. Okay, letting this brother know that we are on line. One of the brothers that follow us. Shout out to El Bethel Seventh Day Church. Apostle Harrison, he's online with his ministry now. So we want to give him a shout out. Shout out to my sister Kai Stansberry, and to my spiritual father, Chief Rabbi Raymond Stansberry. We're really not going to be long. I want to say holy, happy Shabbat, and Rosh Kodesh to my family. You know what I would love to bring. I would love to bring her online, but she's in Jamaica. Apostle Thomas. Oh man. Okay. I'm going to share with you, my people, something important. And I'm not going to be long tonight. I promise you. I will not be long tonight. We will spend some time tomorrow on the Shabbat. But tonight, it is very important that you pay attention. Okay. It is very important that you pay attention to what is being said. This Shabbat, which begins when the sun came down for us on the East Coast, we have something to talk about that I try to stay from controversies. But we are dealing with something. Revelation 13:4 talks about, and I quote, in Revelation 13 chapter, it says, the beast was given a mouth to utter proud words and blasphemies, and to exercise his authority for 42 months. He opened his mouth to blaspheme Elohim and to slander his name and his dwelling place and those who live in heaven. He was given power to make war against the saints and to conquer them. He was given power to make war against the saints and to conquer them. The Bible says in Revelation 13:4, in the New International Version, it says, people worship the dragon because he had given authority to the beast. And they worship the beast and ask, who is like the beast? Who can wage war against it? New Living Translation, it reads, they worship the dragon for giving the beast such power, and they also worship the beast. Who is as great as the beast? They exclaimed. Who is able to fight against him? The English Standard Version, it says, and they worship the dragon, for he had given his authority to the beast. And they worship the beast, saying, who is like the beast and who can fight against it? Berean Study Bible. They worship the dragon who has given authority to the beast, and they worship the beast, saying, who is like the beast and who can wage war against it? Berean literal Bible says, and they worshiped the dragon who had given authority to the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like the beast? And who is able to make war against it? And you go on and on. At some texts, it says it, but NASB said, and they worshiped the dragon because he gave authority to the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like the beast, who is able to wage war with him. Most texts identifies the beast as a him, while some refers to the beast as a it. Both are correct, because we are dealing with the beast system, and we're going to be dealing with down the road someone who comes in the personage of Hashatan, anti-Messiah. The Christian church calls him the Antichrist. Beloved, it is time to expose the beast system. The religions of the world traces its roots back to Babylon. You understand the concept of Babylon. Some scholars teach that Nimrod was actually a Nephilim. I don't see no evidence of this, but we see that Nimrod was wicked. The scriptures teach that he was a hunter of men. According to theologians and many scholars, it is of note that, number one, Nimrod descends from Ham. He descends from Ham. His uncle was Shem, because the ancient texts of Hebrew, and we're sticking straight with Torah, and there have been many other philosophical writings concerning history about Nimrod, this figure who created Babylon, which according to the Hebraic and Aramaic as well, it means to be confused, because Nimrod was entering a war against Yahweh. And so he built a tower, according to the script, that can go straight into heaven. They were going to use what some philosophical teachers call Sulakas power, soul power. This is where the principles of magicians and medicine men, but mainly those who teach these forms of witchcraft that promotes astral projection. This form of soul traveling, astral projection. Nimrod wanted to overthrow Yahweh. So where did he get that from? We don't know how he became so satanic. So we're not going to quote the writings of Flavius Josephus or any other scholars who may have an opinion, but facts we have to stick with. Facts, okay? Nimrod married his own mother named Semiramis. According to this book, Two Babylons, it notes that Semiramis was so beautiful that there was a riot one time in the city as she walked through, and everybody stopped and was enamored, almost spellbound by her beauty. She was enchanting. We'll deal with Semiramis another time. But she had to be wicked. She married her own son. And the two of them began a religion from Babylon that required children, firstborn, be burned into the fire to the satanic or the demonic Elohim, Molech. Molech is the spirit that's over abortion. Any woman that have aborted a child because you didn't want to have a child, you sacrificed that child to the spirit of Molech. Nimrod required that the people pay homage to Baal by sacrificing a human baby, their firstborn. Watch this, y'all. Shem, according to historians, because Shem loved Yahweh, Shem put the sword to Nimrod, cut him to pieces. This is according to history. Nimrod's mother/wife, Semiramis, at that time was pregnant with her son's baby. She had the baby, and his name was Tammuz or Tammuz. Guess what Tammuz's birthday is? December the 25th. The Christmas tree. Do you know that in the writings of Prophet Jeremiah, Yahweh said Don't put trees in your houses. Don't bring them in the temple, decorating them with silver and all these other things. Because you know what they did in ancient Babylon? They killed the babies. And they put the heads of the babies, they chopped the baby's head off and put them under the tree. Let me say that again. They will kill the babies, chop their heads off, and put them under the tree. Shout out to all you pastors that put Christmas trees in your sanctuaries. And you wondering why Yahweh is not moving. There's no deliverance. There's no salvation. Because you've gone directly against his word. And then some of you Negroes, I'm sorry, I'm feeling me going there tonight. Some of you clowns, you know, the script, you fail to read where it says, don't do as the heathens do. Then you have Easter egg hunts. We're not going to talk about Ishtar, where they slaughter virgins and put their eggs on the altar, their ovaries. We're not going to, man, listen, it's a lot to unpack, but let me go ahead with this. Nimrod was a wicked, evil man. He married his own mother. That's facts. Him and his mother had a baby. That's facts. The baby name was Tammuz, born on December the 25th. Watch this. Shem cut Nimrod to pieces, killed him. And Semiramis said, oh, Nimrod has ascended. He has taken his rightful place in the heavens. He is a God. He is a Elohim. And I am his representative on the earth, which made her a goddess. And he is reincarnated through me, through Tammuz. She set up confessional booths where the elite will come to her. She set up confessional booths and she established a priesthood. She told her priests, you cannot get married. But yet they were secretly fornicating, engaging in homosexual activities. Oh, y'all thought I was talking about the Roman Catholic Church? That's where the Catholic Church gets its paradigm of the priesthood from Semiramis, from Babylon. That's why we can say with authority, the papacy is the head of a beast system. But we'll come back and deal with that, how Islam and Christianity ties into one another. Child sacrificing is not new. The beast system is still here. You see, in our community, Hebrew Israelite community, our sons are being killed. Our sons are being made to react to anger. Number one, because of fatherlessness. Number two, no discipline. Number three, the stuff that they put in foods is causing our daughters and sons to be heightened in their sexuality But wait a minute, also to desire the same sex. So there are some chemicals that they're putting in the food that's causing a man to want to desire another man and causing a woman to want to be with another woman. So what are you telling me? There is a chemical in some of these foods that's causing a man's testosterone level to go down and causes a woman estrogen to go down, but giving her testosterone. Switching. Oh, this stuff has been planned. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. It's a ritual before your eyes. I'm coming on tonight and I'm gonna drop this and then we're gonna move on. Listen to me, y'all. The Christian church has no power because your alignment is with religion, which leads to the very beast system. Souls are not being saved and delivered. You're not raising up the fivefold with power. You forgot the art of fasting and really true intercessory prayer, which first begins with repentance. See, the Most High brought enlightenment to us to come out from paganism, bringing us to his true name, his true identity. See, it's not enough to just say we're Hebrew Israelites. What was Abraham the Ivri, what was he called to do? Come from out of your father's house and your father's land, and I'm going to take you to a place that flows with milk and honey. So where was at? In the land of Chaldea, Babylon. We'll come back to that another time. So from the place where Nimrod started a campaign to war against heaven, the same geographical area, Yah calls the people out to be his own, to make war against the beast. Now we read in Revelation, who is like the beast? Who is able to make war with the beast? Now some people believe, oh, that's happening because the rapture take place and the assemblies of Yahweh is gone. Well, I need y'all to pump your brakes, because we are at war right now against the beast system. But I don't hear prophets warning and sounding the alarm. No, y'all making names for yourself. And I tell y'all, it's not about making a name for me. Forget me. Let me go here. I'm gonna go live. Maybe I shouldn't do it, because last time I went live on TikTok, I had to drag a few trolls. So you know what? Since I like to fight, we're going live on TikTok now. And I'm with troll hunting. So those of you who follow me on TikTok, you need to understand, we don't have no patience with trolls. Now we're able to share it. Okay. I did not know this. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So once again, according to Revelation 13:4, the script said, who is like the beast, who was able to make war against him. So we've clarified and we have identified the Roman Catholic Church as the beast system, the representative of this beast system. What I have to share is explosive tonight. To all that follow me on TikTok, you on Facebook, on this Zoom, I don't understand how can any of y'all stay content and all of this killing is going on in our communities. Last live I've done, I exposed the fact that the United States military through the black markets has been dropping ammunition and military grade machinery in many of the black communities. Oh, just go find out who Oliver North was during the Reagan era, along with Pablo Escobar. They ran drugs as well as weapons through South Central Los Angeles. They targeted what they called the Messiah identity and assassinated many of the Black Panthers, as well as setting up boule leaders such as Jesse Jackson and Ralph Abernathy. Oh yeah, listen. Google and just start doing a search. Who's the boule? Most of you that are preachers, you're a member of Alpha Phi Alpha or Omega Psi Phi, or even, listen, I used to be a Prince Hall Mason. I used to be a 32nd degree Prince Hall Mason. So I know what I'm talking about. I praise the Most High Yah for bringing me out, but allow me to see what I witnessed many years. Now I'm going to share with you something that is getting at me. How many of y'all on TikTok remember Trayvon Martin? I'm going to share something. Could y'all give me some thumbs up and hearts for the memory of Trayvon Martin? Trayvon Martin. I'm going to share something with y'all. Trayvon Martin's father was a 32nd degree Mason. Okay, now watch this. George Zimmerman, his father was not only a judge, but a 32nd degree Mason. I wish I want to say some stuff that's raw, but I'm gonna keep my language clean. So the son of a 32nd degree Mason executed in cold blood a son of another 32nd degree Mason. Without me giving any secrets, let's just say blood for blood. But that didn't happen. Trayvon Martin's family secretly was paid $2 million. And I want y'all to Google his gravesite and look what's on the tombstone. His father put something on the tombstone that says something like, "We're proud of you, job well done." This is on the tombstone of Trayvon Martin. Job well done. Let me share something with y'all. That was a ritual. The murders that you're seeing within our community, a lot of them, y'all thinking that it's all this gang violence in Chicago. Let me drop this. White supremacists are going in Chicago and other areas such as St. Louis and shooting dead Black teens. And it's blamed on other Black rival gangs. But these are white supremacists doing the deed. And Black people are being blamed for killing Black people. I need y'all to hear me tonight. But there is an agenda. Some of these Black, brown, Latino, I'm speaking from the spirit because, see, my ancestors on my mom's side, Bantu, Limba. My father, who was Puerto Rican, is from the tribe of Ephraim. My mother, Bantu Limba, is the house of Judah. So when I speak of these crimes that are coming against our people, these are Israelites that's being slaughtered here in America. This is an assignment, but it goes deeper than that. What the news are not telling you is that these children, these teenagers, are missing organs, kidneys, liver. They're missing lungs. Let me go ahead and drive something point. First of all, let me rebuke this troll for a minute. Timothy, do me a favor. Don't bring your Christian doctrine on this page, because Christianity is rooted in paganism. Because in case you don't know, the name Jesus, 1611, it was Isus. The J wasn't even invented yet. 1611, Isus, has no correlation to the Hebraic name or the Aramaic name of Yahawashai. Yahawashai means Yahweh is salvation. Isus gives worship to Zeus. Okay, so don't even start here. You either just listen and be taught something, or I'm going to block you, because I'm not going to even have it tonight. I am a messianic Hebrew Israelite who believes in the law, statutes, commandments. Yeshua said, Yahweh says, if you love me, keep the commandments. All right, let me get back onto the topic. Under Christianity in this country, witches are operating within our police departments, witches, Nazis. They are working in cahoots. Okay, you know what? You're not here to listen. So check this out. You're blocked. Y'all Christians crack me up. You're unteachable. I'm so glad that the Yahweh opened my eyes to my identity as a Hebrew Israelite. I've been walking with Yahusha since 1983. So don't come on here posting. Just listen. Because while Christians and Messianics are going to the assemblies, whether you Shabbat or whether you're on Sunday, you're not dealing with this murdering spirit, this conspiracy to rob us of adrenochrome, of body parts, and being sold on the black market. Let me tell y'all something. Your Hollywood actors and actresses, such as Oprah Winfrey, is a part of this. Bodies of young women and young men are coming up dead and missing their organs. Now, let me nail this. The time Trayvon Martin was murdered, not far from there, right afterwards, Dick Cheney, the former vice president, received a heart transplant. I wonder, was that Trayvon Martin's heart? At the same time, in the state of Florida, Dick Cheney. Okay, we got another troll. Number one, the biblical Hebrew Israelites were black. So you're gone, troll. You're gone. You're gone. These people are treacherous, but I got the spray. I got the spiritual spray for them. I'm gonna light y'all right on up. You so worried that the real biblical Israelites have waken up from their identity? Yeah, you probably love the Khazars, the false Israel, the Khazari. Revelation 2:9 says, I know them would say they are Yahudim, would say they are Jews, but are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. And a lot of folk in the evangelical church are gatekeepers for the synagogue of Satan. But y'all so upset that the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin and Levi and the tribe of Ephraim have wakened to their identity. You know what the problem is? Our skin color bothers your demons. So keep it moving. This ain't about no conspiracy theories. This is happening. Our children are being slaughtered. And these cops, when they see us, they treat us with violence and disrespect. It don't matter if the mayor is black or the chief of police is black. Don't matter. They continue these Nazi behaviors. I pay attention to what's happening all over this country. And you know something? Let's share something. I'm speaking to every so-called Black American. If your ancestors were brought here via the transatlantic slave trade, you are an Israelite. You're not a Gentile. You're not a Cushite. You are a Shemite. You are an Israelite. And it's time to prepare to get out of America, because judgment is coming. Do y'all believe that judgment is going to stop because the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade? Do y'all really believe that? Oh, no. It's too much blood this country has. And by the way, you know who the head of Christianity is? The Pope. And do you know, as they was leading our ancestors to the point of no return in Ghana, a bishop of Rome was there giving a Christian blessings to the transatlantic slave trade as Hebrew Israelites was led away. being raped, the men being raped in front of their children by the colonizer. See, this is history. This is history. And before y'all listen, you want to say this is conspiracy? The Nazi spirit still exists in America. It still exists. I have no respect for the white evangelical Christians. It drills to the core of my heart to hear them say, pray for Israel. Oh, stand with Israel. Are you serious? Who? The Black Americans in America and in the Caribbeans? Because we were the only ones scattered to the four corners of the earth. Israel, true Israel, was scattered. The curses of Deuteronomy 28:68. What other ethnicity does that apply to? And don't talk to me about no Holocaust. Don't. Where did y'all did they count the bodies? Because you know, you false Khazarians, they throw 6 million. Oh, 6 million. Okay, but do y'all know what happened to true Israelites in Nigeria? 1962, they made a movie. Bruce Willis played in it. It's called Tears of the Sun, where the Hamites slaughtered the Ebus. They would slit the breasts of Ebu women so they couldn't breastfeed. They would stab with a knife pregnant babies, cutting them out. Slaughter. But no, Hollywood don't put, they made a movie about it, but they don't want, but they keep making movies and movies reminding you of 6 million slaughtered. And you got the nerve to call people like me an anti-Semite, and y'all forced Nick Cannon. Y'all said he said some hurtful things, all because he recognized that he was an Israelite. And y'all, you know what? Let's drop this knowledge. During the 30s, the Ashkenazi controlled bank, the Rothschilds, they took over the finances of Europe, of each nation. But in Germany, they raised the taxes and the mortgages to a ridiculous price. They ran the banks and they took control of every financial institution in Germany. At the Versailles Treaty, from World War I, they put up a ridiculous price on Germany, so they couldn't even afford it. So they were thrown out on the streets while the Ashkenazi Khazarians moved in their mansions, stealing their artwork. And do you know who watched this happen? Who was a soldier in World War I? Adolf Hitler. How is it that he wrote in his book that he had a conversation with one of his top generals? And he put up two pictures, one of a black man in America and one of an Ashkenazi Jew. He pointed to the picture of the Ashkenazi Jew and he said to his general in the German tongue, the bastard, fake, false. Then he pointed to the African American. He said, he's the real jewel. of God. The Negro is the real Jew. He said, and when the world finds out that America and Britain has enslaved the real Jew, and they will understand what I was trying to save my nation from. And he mentioned the Khazarians, but he also mentioned the Masons. Now that threw me. But my knowledge of Masonry was the beginning of me understanding the temple, Solomon's temple, which branched off into the Ashkenazi Talmudic worship. See, people's not ready to understand that there's a difference between Jewish and the real descendants of Yahudah. Because that term Jew is an insult. It was a denigrating term that the Germans used to describe the Khazarians. Let me speak to my brothers and sisters. Stop referring to yourself as ghettos. Oh man, you acting ghetto. That term was German, used for the slums and the classlessness that the German people under Hitler set up to punish the Jews, the Khazarians, to make them suffer. They were called ghettos. That Nazi paradigm is still alive. The founding fathers of the Nazi Party, are y'all ready for this? Founded NATO. Just look it up. NATO was established by the same architects of the Nazi Party. See, some of these idiots on TikTok that called me a conspiracy theorist and asked me, am I a black Hebrew Israelite? Let's explain this. Adam was a black man. Eve was a black woman. On up to Noah. Noah was a black man, although according to the book of Enoch, described Noah as being albino, but still with African features. All of his sons. Shem was a black man, who from Shem come the Israelites, as well as the Ishmaelites. Ham was a black man. Yahaphat was a black man. Well, who come from Yahaphat? The Asians, the Turks, the mongrels, the Germanic people, Gomer, Muscovy, Misak, Russia, the Slavic people. Yahaphat. Spain, which is Tarshish. But y'all need to understand, we're not even talking about the Sephardic Jews, the house of Judah that fled into Spain. Remember, Spain was populated with the Moors of Africa. So when the house of Yehuda wound up fleeing into Spain, they rose to great prominence. That's where you get the Sephardic Jews from. They were black people. Let me ask y'all a question. How is it that Vladimir Putin attends the Russian Orthodox Church and all of the icons, the biblical icons, Old Testament and New, are all black? See, I bring that up to challenge some of y'all white supremacist ideologies that may listen. Oh, he's a black Hebrew Israelite, he's a black extremist. Oh, where's that same energy for the Ku Klux Klan? Where's that same energy for these racist redneck cops killing our young people? Y'all are afraid of an awakened Israelite. But let's get back to the true problem. Because guess what? It's hitting the white community now. Harvesting your organs. White and black are being found dead, missing organs, especially people of color, missing organs, missing lungs, liver. Y'all remember some years ago, that young lady, I can't think of her name. You see her on camera, she's stumbling, and she goes into her freezer, and they allegedly found her dead. Her pants and panties was pulled down, but they said no sexual assault happened. This was in Chicago. She was at a party at that hotel, and somebody drugged her. Beloved, I want to speak to the sisters right here. Listen to me. You decide to go out with your friends. You decide to take a drink. If you go to the bathroom, you better take your drink with you. Because, listen, when I was coming up, they had something called Spanish fly. You put it in her drink and it'll make her have sex with you. No. The date rape drug has always been around. And it's happening too often. Our children are being, see, the sex trafficking, the human trafficking is not just for sexual pleasures, but it's also mainly organ harvesting. I'm going over now. I'm gonna click off. I'm gonna end this live on my TikTok. Join me on my Facebook page, Rabbi Yosef Yisrael. Okay. I love roasting trolls. I love roasting trolls. So again, sex trafficking in this country. Young men who are shot dead, allegedly killed by one another. Black crime on black crime. But what they're not saying is some white supremacist is coming in and doing the killing and then blaming it on other blacks, killing the blacks. And some of our team, our young black men, are missing liver, missing lungs, missing body parts, because organs are being harvested, body parts are being harvested, they're being sold, they're being stolen, adrenochrome. And many of these Hollywood actors and actresses are part of it. many of them. And this is going on right under our nose. Or people go to church and they're praying, but you're not hearing the prophetic warning. See, this is why Yahweh is going to bring judgment upon America. And all of those that have not repented, that have taken part in the selling of our ancestors, who were the Hebrew Israelites, who were stolen. And the effects of slavery is still today. More Black men who are the Hebrew Israelites, more Black men today are locked away in prisons than those who were sold in the transatlantic slave trade. The prison industrial complex is the new slave trade. But people don't care because they go to their comfortable jobs, living in their 4-bedroom houses. They're so Christian. Our struggle don't affect them. And they don't even realize they are benefiting from what happened to us and are still benefiting today. That's why Babylon will fall. And if you're a part of the Christian church, you are a part of Babylon. And that's just keeping it real. And we're going to add some more insult to that. We're going to add some more to it. Because a lot of people don't understand. Do y'all remember the late Bob Marley? The reggae artist, the late Bob Marley from Jamaica? What do you think he was talking about? They killed him because he began to speak against the system. They killed Michael Jackson because he began to expose those demonic Khazarians who was over the music industry. They killed Prince because he spoke out against them. Anyone that spoke, listen, do y'all remember Marvin Gaye? I remember in the late 60s, early 70s. I was born in 1965. My birthday is September the 11th, 1965. And I remember 3 years old, I remember the war raging in Vietnam. And I remember in 68 when Jesse Jackson and Ralph Abernathy had Dr. King assassinated because he was disturbing the Boule system and the cash cow. Dr. King was about to expose them all, and they had him set up, just like they had Malcolm X killed, because they was about to expose the Boule system and mess with the money. Guess what? The war in Vietnam was not about fighting communism. Are you ready for this, Yahakanan? It was about drug trade. The CIA was running heroin from out of North Vietnam. And during the 60s and the 70s, they called it brown sugar. I remember that. I remember when my mom and them took me up to see my uncle who was shot in the stomach in a foxhole in Vietnam, took me to Coatesville. I remember seeing a lot of the soldiers scratching because they were not getting that heroin fix. They made them scratch, the itch. But now they made it, now see, they tried to reinduce heroin to hit our community, and they laced it with fentanyl, but it backfired. It's hitting those people. So now they come out with Narcan. And, okay. Babylon is under judgment. Babylon is under judgment. Is under judgment. So and I'll say that. I'll say that very plain. Babylon is under judgment. The system, listen. I carry, by the grace of the Most High, I carry not only the prophetic mantle, but the anointing of deliverance. I carry that. I don't advertise that because it's not a glorified thing to have to cast devils out and teach people, and people really need to learn how to stay free. But that's not being taught. It's not being taught. It's not being taught. I wish I could post on my Instagram because I'm getting ready to wrap this live up. But you see, we are being distracted by a lot of things. We are being distracted by religion. We are being distracted by personality. You think, you believe that a prophet is somebody that can come and fix your problems. So these prophets who abandon their posts and prey upon your emotions and manipulate the silly women that make up the majority of these churches. If you notice, you don't see no real men attending these Christian churches. Why is that? Because a real man, an alpha male, it is in them to hear the Ruach HaKadosh that will provoke them to repent. But see, we got these jelly-back, weak-kneed, yellow-bellied, spineless so-called prophets seducing silly women, prophesying, appearing to be holy before the public, but privately having orgies. Having orgies, like I said. And you wonder why the Most High is not healing. Oh, he desires to heal, but he can't trust his glory. He can't trust his anointing with these clowns. But I'll tell you what, he's about to wipe half of them out. So that's why you got the scare of COVID. That's why you got now monkeypox. See, in my day, we had to deal with chickenpox. Okay? Yeah, we was vaccinated. Now monkeypox. Are you serious? Do you not understand that these are the plagues of Egypt? It's the plagues of Egypt. The plagues of Egypt is upon America. The late pastor, who was a prophet, Stephen Darby of Destiny Ministries, his wife has continued the torch. She's on YouTube, Destiny Ministries. Pastor Darby prophesied about a coming conflict. In 2015, he exposed the conflict with Russia and Ukraine. He exposed it. He talked about the false beast system, the music industry, the satanic powers that's behind the music industry. He talked about it. And I literally believe he was killed because people wasn't covering him in prayer. Leaders are assassinated because they have no one praying. Yehochanan, his Isha, my cousin, very few covering me in prayer. Oh, by the way, Shenavia, Apostle Shenavia Kelly, my blood cousin, Apostle Shenavia Kelly Duncan. I'm not going to say that live. I'll share it with you. I'm going to call you on the phone. I'll share it with you. Some stuff the Ruach HaKodesh just checked me and said, don't say it. Don't say it. Beloved, this is a wake-up call. They are sex trafficking and stealing our men and women organs and selling them. And Oprah Winfrey is a part of this. She's a high priestess. She's a witch. I'm gonna leave that alone right now. Hit me up on my Cash App to continue our ministry online. $ Yosef Yisrael #7. $ Yosef Yisrael #7. We need your financial support. I know Yehochanan, I have to come by and get the tithe. I understand. I'll try to swing by. A happy Sabbath, everybody. Happy Sabbath. We're entering into the feast. The feast. In September, I'm scheduled to go down to Baltimore as well as Newark, New Jersey. Keep us in your prayer. Oh, Apostle Shenavia, the Pizza Gate. You know what? You know what? Yeah, spirit cooking. Spirit cooking. Yeah. And folk are flipping out over Beyonce talking about church girl. Okay, you know what? We be back on tomorrow for the Shabbat.